Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. David Thompson. Today, I want to start by telling you about a woman named Martha. Martha was 58 years old when she walked into my office in Chicago 3 years ago. She wasn't just looking for health advice. She was looking for her dignity. Martha's hair had become so thin that she could see her scalp clearly in every mirror. She told me she had stopped going to her granddaughter's soccer games because the wind would blow her hair, revealing patches she tried so desperately to hide. She felt like she was fading away. She told me, "Doctor, I feel like I'm already entering the nursing home phase of my life. I'm losing my hair, my energy is gone, and I'm terrified I'll never look like myself again." She had tried the expensive foams, the pharmaceutical pills with their laundry list of side effects, and the miracle shampoos. Nothing worked. Now, fast forward to today. Martha is 61. She recently sent me a photo from a hiking trip in Sedona. Her hair is thick, lustrous, and, most importantly, it's hers. No wigs, no extensions. She is active, independent, and full of life. The solution wasn't a chemical. It wasn't a surgery. It was a simple, natural method involving just one exotic fruit that 97% of my colleagues in the medical field completely overlook. They are trained to reach for the prescription pad, but today I'm going to guide you through the detailed science of how you can achieve these results at home, naturally. Before we go any further, I want to know who I am speaking with today. If you are watching this, please pause for a moment and type your age and your primary health concern in the comments below. Are you noticing thinning at the temples? Is your hair falling out in clumps after pregnancy? Or perhaps you're an office worker feeling the weight of chronic stress. By sharing your journey, you help this community grow and help me understand how to better serve you. What I want you to understand is this: severe hair loss after 50 is not just a part of aging. It is not simply bad genetics. In my 30 years of practice, I have found that for the vast majority of people, hair loss is a loud distress signal from your body. It is a deficiency in 3 specific, critical nutrients that act as the fuel for your hair follicles. Without them, your follicles go into a state of hibernation, or worse, they begin to die. For those who are new to this channel, welcome. I have spent over 3 decades as a physician focusing on how we can use scientific nutrition to prevent disease and maintain independence as we age. My mission is simple: to help you live a life where you aren't dependent on a cabinet full of drugs, but rather empowered by the food on your plate. I've seen thousands of patients, and I've learned that the body has an incredible capacity to heal itself if you give it the right tools. Today, I'm giving you one of the most powerful tools I've ever discovered. Let's do a quick check-in. I call this the Follicle Vitality Quiz. I'm going to list 5 symptoms. I want you to count how many of these you are currently experiencing. 1. The morning pillow check. Do you wake up and find more than 10 to 15 strands of hair on your pillow regularly? 2. Brittle texture. Does your hair feel like dry straw, snapping easily when you brush it? 3. The slow grow signal. Have you noticed that you need haircuts much less frequently than you did 5 years ago? 4. Visible scalp. When you look in the mirror under a bright light, is the part in your hair getting wider? 5. The fatigue connection. Along with hair thinning, do you often feel a brain fog or a lack of physical energy by 3 p.m.? Please, count them up and comment that number below. Whether it's 1 or 5, don't be discouraged. There is a reason for this. The root cause linking these symptoms is often a combination of ischemia, which is restricted blood flow to the scalp, and oxidative stress. Think of your scalp like a garden. If the soil is dry and the pipes are clogged with rust, oxidative stress, the flowers, your hair, will wither. We need to clear those pipes and nourish that soil. The solution I recommended to Martha, and the one we are focusing on today, is a small, greenish-yellow fruit from India called amla, or the Indian gooseberry. It is controversial in some circles because it is so effective that it rivals pharmaceutical hair growth drugs in clinical trials, yet it costs pennies and has no side effects. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert was a 52-year-old software engineer. Stress was his middle name. He was losing hair rapidly at the crown of his head. He was skeptical of natural cures. But after incorporating amla into his daily routine for just 12 weeks, the transformation was undeniable. Not only did his bald spot begin to fill with baby hairs, but his cholesterol levels actually improved as a side benefit. He told me he felt like he had turned back the clock by a decade. How does it work? Let's look at the cellular level. There is a hormone in your body called DHT, dihydrotestosterone. Think of DHT as follicle poison. For many people over 50, DHT attaches to the hair follicle and begins to choke it, making it smaller and smaller until it can no longer produce hair. Amla contains high concentrations of gallic acid and ellagic acid. These compounds act like internal bodyguards. They are natural 5-alpha reductase inhibitors. This is the same mechanism used by expensive hair loss drugs. They block the conversion of testosterone into DHT. Furthermore, amla is the most concentrated source of vitamin C in the plant kingdom. But it's not just any vitamin C. It's wrapped in tannins that make it heat-stable and highly absorbable. This vitamin C is the building block of collagen type 1 and 3, which is exactly what your hair shaft is made of. It's like providing the bricks and mortar to rebuild a crumbling wall. This isn't just folklore. A landmark study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology in 2011 compared amla extract to minoxidil, a popular hair growth drug. The researchers found that amla was significantly effective in promoting hair growth by prolonging the anagen phase, that is the active growth phase of your hair. Another study in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology showed that amla reduces oxidative stress in the scalp by 40% within just weeks of consistent use. Now, how do you use it? You won't usually find fresh amla at your local grocery store, but you can find amla powder or pure amla juice at health food stores or online. The Thompson Protocol. 1. The dosage. Take 1 teaspoon of organic amla powder daily. 2. The golden time. Drink this in the morning, on an empty stomach, about 20 minutes before breakfast. This is when your body's absorption pathways are most hungry. 3. The absorption trick. Amla is very sour. Mix 1 teaspoon of amla powder into a glass of warm water. Add a half teaspoon of raw honey and a tiny pinch of black pepper. The piperine in the pepper helps your body transport the nutrients across the gut barrier. 4. A caution. If you are on blood-thinning medication, always consult your physician first, as amla is very high in vitamin C and antioxidants that can naturally improve circulation. Have any of you heard of amla before, or perhaps used it for your skin? I'd love to hear your experiences. If this is new to you, does the idea of using a fruit instead of a pill sound like something you're ready to try? To summarize, severe hair loss is a signal that your internal garden needs tending. By using the amla fruit, you are blocking the poison of DHT, clearing out the rust of oxidative stress, and providing the bricks of collagen to rebuild your hair. My final piece of advice is this: patience is a virtue of the wise. Hair grows in cycles. You must give this protocol at least 90 days of consistent effort to see the baby hairs emerge. Don't give up after a week. Your health is a long-term investment, not a quick fix. If you found this scientific approach helpful, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. In our next video, I'll be discussing a specific bedtime drink, that can help lower your blood pressure while you sleep. Stay healthy, stay independent, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Dr. David Thompson. God bless.